If you look behind me, you will see that there is a construction work going on, and finally the building is beginning to take shape. This is exactly what building a personal brand looks like. So building a personal brand on the internet, either on the platform where you are writing or on the platform where you create videos, is like building a house. And there are often 3 steps to building a brand, just like there is to building a house. The first step is the stage where you need to get clarity. All right, clarity about what your purpose and your goal is. Because when you want to build a house, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what is the purpose of the house? Because ultimately, the purpose of the house will determine the kind of foundation that you build. It will determine the architectural structure and then how you erect the building. So one of the first things you want to get when you're building a brand on the internet is to get clarity. What are your goals? What is your message? Who are the people that you want to connect with on the internet? What is the big picture that you're trying to achieve? So this is what will now give direction to how you go about building your brand on the internet. So I have a framework that I use for teaching this. It's called the CMS framework, the C for clarity. The next thing is M. It is motivation. When you're building a brand, just like you're building a house, sometimes you're going to face challenges. Especially if you're building a brand, there are days when it looks like your brand is not taking shape. It looks like things are not looking like what you set out to achieve. At that point, what will carry you through is the motivation for which you started building in the first place, to keep your eyes on your motivation and to ensure that you do not allow discouragement to stop you from building. Ultimately, the S in the framework is strategy. When you're building a house, strategy is important. Like I said, what you want to build will determine what the foundation should look like, the architectural and the structural design, and every other thing that you're going to do from there henceforth. So when you're building a brand, you need strategy. You need to know what exactly is working on different platforms. If you're on Medium, for example, there is something that is working on Medium that is probably not working on Facebook, because the platforms are different and they're unique. So you need to get a strategy. How many times will you create content in the week? And what kind of content will you be creating? Because again, all of this has to be aligned with the goal that you're trying to achieve on the platform. And speaking of strategy, if your goal is to write on the internet, either to build impact, influence, or income, I have a free guide for you in the description section that walks you through how to lay a foundation for that goal and what exactly should you be doing that will help you to realize that goal. If this has been valuable, like this video, drop me a comment. If you have any question, I will respond. And of course, if you want to see more of this kind of content, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video.